Good morning, Dingle's Crypto. I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. I have a very good news episode for you today. Not much in terms of news, but in terms of perspective on crypto markets. We have Ethereum gearing up for its portion of the run. We have talking about the cyclical cycle of money cash flows within crypto. It goes from Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and then back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to be talking about that, as well as signs that we are in the bull run. Okay, guys, and we have stimulus bill news, as well as Michael Saylor with some good talk on inflation, because that is what's going to be happening, because that's the result of stimulus, guys, is inflation. But let's just jump right into it. So Bitcoin 27.2, which is insane, guys. And I just want you to once again look at this chart. Look at how straight up this is, guys. And now let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is gearing up for its run of its own. So we're at 709 right now. If we go back to max, look at this. Okay, so we need to catch up. I mean, Bitcoin, people invest in Bitcoin and then they invest in Ethereum and then altcoins. And if Bitcoin stabilizes here, finds its comfort zone between maybe 28 and 30,000 or 28 and 32,000, starts to consolidate for a month or two, Ethereum and altcoins are going to run. So be prepared for that. Position your portfolio for that, and gain more Ethereum and gain more Bitcoin, because that is the ultimate goal. And then gain land, physical land. That is my goal, is to gain physical land and assets in the real world. So let's talk about Ethereum and DeFi, because I personally believe that DeFi and the economy built on Ethereum has bigger potential than Bitcoin if it's implemented correctly and ETH comes out correctly, guys. So DeFi is bigger than Bitcoin. I agree with him. Gold is an $8 trillion market cap, and GDPs are much bigger, guys. I mean, you obviously Ethereum, it's hard to think about a digital country, but Ethereum is building a digital country, and these protocols are generating real cash flow, tangible cash flow, and soon enough Ethereum will be kind of a GDP. The other day I showed you Hayden Adams tweeted something that had all the exchanges listed in from the highest volume to the lowest volume, and it had list their countries of origin, and it had Uniswap, which is a protocol on Ethereum, and you know what it said for country? Nothing, because it is countryless. But the real country is Ethereum, guys. Cash flows will be generated on Ethereum. So now let's look at ETH Bitcoin pair. Once again, we hit a support line, and now we're breaking through resistance. Simple as that. ETH staking contract, we're up to 2 million tokens, up like 30,000 Ethereum tokens since yesterday. We will continue to grow on this ETH2 staking contract, guys, and once it comes out on Coinbase and all these exchanges, that will be huge. Grayscale, this article is from a couple days ago. Grayscale managing director believes Ethereum is garnering more attention now than it ever has before. So Ethereum is getting the attention. It is time for next Q1 is time for Ethereum, guys. All-time highs are in sight. Only about 100% from here, guys, is pretty much all-time highs for Ethereum. During an interview, the managing director gave his views on the market and highlighted that the industry is seeing a plethora of new investors in recent times, and Ethereum is the asset they are drawn to. So institutions get into Bitcoin, and they have been for a while. Don't be fooled. The people that get into that are first movers on new markets are already into Bitcoin heavily. Now only slower moving institutions are going to get into Bitcoin. These institutions that are already in Bitcoin are looking at Ethereum now. And after Ethereum, they're going to look at DeFi blue chip stocks like Aave, Uniswap, but that is probably next bull cycle. So now let's look at, so this is ETH Finance. It's one of the premier Ethereum groups on Reddit, right? And this was December 10th, so a year ago. 326 comments, 177 upvotes. I tweeted something. I posted something in here. Oh no. I posted something here. Y'all should take a look at Ethereum Cat core devs. The thing I'm showing to you guys is how little involvement this 177 upvote, 326 comments, and this is what it is now, guys. This is today's ETH Finance daily discussion. 1.3k comments and 473 upvotes. This is a bull market, guys. Here's just random data stats that show that people are following ETH at increasing, like in an increasing amount, and staying up to day-to-day activities with Ethereum, guys. We are in a bull market, obviously. Now we're talking about the stimulus bills coming out, and we're going to get $2,000. Yay! Congratulations, everybody. We get $2,000, guys. But people fail to realize stimulus bill entitlement programs. I mean, that all leads to inflation, and inflation steals from the poor and gives to the rich. Why? Because poor are usually savers, right? Poor people usually, if they have money at all, they usually save. They put it in a savings account and they just save all their life. And rich people usually finance projects, to buy assets, and inflation basically takes from the savers in terms of buying power and kind of gives it to debtors, because now debtors, if say there's 10% inflation, 10% buying power comes off of savers, and it's like a 10% coupon on debtors and debt. So debt is kind of a way to hedge inflation. So that's why I'm not too afraid of debt right now. And I actually, a year and a half ago, I took out pretty substantial loan to buy Ethereum. Probably shouldn't say that, but it's too late now. Now we're going to talk about how XRP is going to be declared a security, and everybody's saying Chainlink is going to be declared a security. Well, here we go. Here's the qualities. You can check it out yourself. Chainlink guy tweeted this. I'm not going to get into it, but basically the Crypto Rating Council, with some of the largest law firms in the world, deems ETH and Link equally unlikely to be a security, while XRP is extremely likely. So they rank it at a 1 to 5 scale. XRP is a 4, and Chainlink and Ethereum are both 2. Obviously, Ethereum has already been considered and declared a commodity. Chainlink has not yet, but they are also a 2. And this is because of equal distribution at their original allocation of their tokens, right? And they have it in smart contracts, and you can go ahead and read this all. I'm not going to sit here and read it all, guys. Sorry. Now let's listen to Michael Saylor. I should have put this in the tab before, because he talks about inflation right here. Listen up.
Inflation measure that the central bank tracks is a market basket of consumer goods and services.
So right now he's talking about how the Federal Reserve indicates inflation, and they do it through a basket of goods, and they calculate inflation through that.
That do not include the highly volatile food and energy. By the way, they don't include food, energy, and assets. So you tell me, in what universe do you live in that you can live without food, energy, or assets? If you want to watch streaming Netflix or YouTube videos for the rest of your life, then there's no inflation. So what's going on right now is that the popular media, mainstream media, and the central banks, they're making a lot of noise about no inflation, and they're lamenting the lack of inflation, and that's the excuse to lower the interest rates and print money. But the point is, why?
So they basically their calculation of inflation does not include some of the most important assets for humans, which are energy. What else do you say? I'm blanking here, guys. But
Living that
I mean, basically, they do not food, so and assets, right? And he goes on to say that you see the inflation right now as we can speak. You can calculate inflation on any assets. Instead of using a bundle of assets, you just look at, say, valuable paintings. You just look at tractors. You just look at housing prices, right? And you can calculate inflations in those asset classes. And these asset like houses have been skyrocketing lately because mortgage rates are so low and building requirements are so high. So nobody wants to build new property. They would rather just get a mortgage and buy a house, and they are willing to pay significantly more right now, guys, because the mortgage rates are so low. So inflation is occurring as we speak, and you are losing money out of your savings account, and I am too. So everybody says yay to stimulus packages, but no, this is taking from the poor and giving to the rich. Just understand that. And now we are talking about the CME Bitcoin futures halted at the open, limit up. And basically this means that the shorters have been liquidated, and now they have to go and buy more Bitcoin to re-enter the short position, right? So they literally have been liquidated, and the only way to re-enter these short positions are for them to go buy physical Bitcoin, right? So that's called a short squeeze. And now, so people ask, what's the best way to enter the market? Just programmatically buy and DCA Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOT, Chainlink, the assets you want to long-term hold. If you are entering the market for the first time, do not trade. DCA, long-term hold. Plain and simple, guys. Lastly, can someone call the mailman? Because it's time to fucking send it, boys. Let's check ETH price real quick. Oh, well, it's still time to fucking send it, boys. I thought that refresh would hit hard, but it did not. But I mean, we're going to send it, guys. And if you enjoyed this video, if it added value to your day, made you smile, shoot a like, subscribe. I appreciate it. We have been growing substantially, guys. I really do appreciate it. I have a Telegram chat if you want to discuss to me directly. In the bio is the link to my Telegram and my Twitter. Go ahead and follow those. I appreciate it, and have a good one. Peace.